My name's Mike Henry. I normally work for Washington Office Fire and Aviation Management. I'm here detailed as the cache manager of the Southern California Incident Support Cache in Ontario, California. Mission of the cache is to basically support the boots on the ground, not only in wildfire but all hazard. Everything and anything that a firefighter needs to get his job done, from hose all the way down to shirt, pair of pants, gloves, earplugs, everything they need to finish their mission. Nationally, hose, we're about 5,800 miles of hose. So that's, if you figure from New York City to Los Angeles and almost back to the middle of the country, that's how much hose we have out. So we've been supporting the bridge incident, line, and airport.
Okay.
Currently, we're just supporting the line fire.
My name is Skip Ireland. I'm a supply unit leader here for California or Complex Incident Management Team 11. And I actually am with the City of Hemet. I'm a fire captain for the City of Hemet Fire Department. So initially, I ordered 140,000 feet of 1.5 inch and 100,000 feet of inch. To this point in time right now at the incident, we have sent out approximately 80 to 85,000 feet of inch and approximately 40 to 45,000, or 1.5 inch, 40 to 45,000 of inch. So once we receive it from our local cache, which is Ontario, South Zone Cache, I get orders, line orders, or operations sends me orders as well. And I fulfill those orders to drop points wherever they're needed on the incident itself. My RCDM, Receiving Distribution Manager, along with our C crew, they fill those orders. I contact ground support, which has transportation drivers. We then load those trucks, either by hand or by forklift, and we send it to those appropriate drop points. Once it gets out there, it's unloaded by crews, and they put it in place wherever operation needs it. That's correct. I mean, the kids already this morning from the C crew have already rolled the hose that came in last night about 9 o'clock. Once they're done on the line, operations is deemed that they no longer need the hose line in place. Crews will roll that hose up out there, put it on the side of the road or a drop point. We send a ground transportation driver out, they pick it back up, bring all of our supplies back here to the camp where supplies set up at the ICP, drop it off. We have to inventory it, go through it, depend on if it's still in service, if it's not burned up or damaged, and then we roll all that hose, gets palletized, we load it back up to the cache. We then contact the cache system itself out of Ontario. They send me a truck, and then we load it and send it back to the cache itself to be washed and tested to be in service for the next fire or the next year. The last 3 days, we've had approximately 6 to 7 stake beds come in the late evening, and then we roll it all. So I've shipped out probably the last 2 days about 10 pallets of hose that's already been re-rolled again and sent back to the cache.
So once it's done on a fire, it usually comes back to us rolled. What happens from there is our crew will unroll that hose, we'll wash it both sides, move it to the testing table to be tested for pressure, to make sure it's holding the proper pressure. And if it's good to go, it gets hung up to dry and then re-rolled and palletized, as you can see from all this hose here. If it's bad, the couplings usually get cut off, re-rolled again, and set aside for either greening fire team will send it out to GSA to auction off for anybody that wants to purchase it, or we send it to an organization that supports zoos with animals. They use that hose to create habitats for certain animals. Absolutely not. The way it works is, all this stuff is easy to leave the warehouse, but when it comes back, that's when the real work begins for the fire catch system. Yes. So the fire season is determined by planting levels, right? PL4, PL5. Well, once those fires start being put out, the national planting level goes down to a PL2, PL1. But what we like to say in the fire cache is we're at PL4, PL5 well into the winter because of all that equipment that has come back from those fires.